This race is probably one of the craziest F3 races I've ever had on iRacing, and you're about to see why. I just hopped in this. I like the car. I like the track. I did a race here like a couple of months ago, and I just remember it was a grand old time. Huge shout out to all the channel members, like always. You guys are absolute legends, but just watching is enough. So, as we get started to go, I realize I'm surrounded by some very, very quick people. Haven't done a lot of practice, but I'm kind of alright with this car and track, so I know the crack. Moving straight over to the right, blocking off the guy behind us. We're looking to get a bit aggressive, and I quickly find out everyone in this race was just as aggressive, or maybe it was just me, but I was extremely tense. I went in phases of being cool and then being not cool, so it was quite a lot going on in this race, but your boy was absolutely locked in, and I have to say, everyone else was locked in too. Like, this was carnage. We've a guy coming off the road here, up at turn 3, coming into turn 4 now. Everything is super tight. I'm just hoping I don't get knocked. I see a puff of smoke up ahead. I'm like, nah, and I just take the calculated decision to take the grass in behind this guy. He's kind of slow as well, and we just slot straight in like a bit of Lego that you can't get out without scraping your nail on, you know? That was that tight. Here I'm looking at this just thinking, what are we doing here? But, you know, let's keep the pace up, because the guys behind do not need a second invitation to go through. This guy slowed down unreasonably much, but then I looked at the iRating. There was a bit of a skill difference, I guess, according to the iRating. So he kind of hit the brakes and went down to 5th gear, whereas I was just doing a bit of a lift. So fortunately enough, I don't think we got damaged, nor did the car behind, but Lord. I was thinking right now, it's like, okay, if that guy's braking at that corner like that, I need to get by this guy. So we're locked in, boys. It was such a fun race. You know, I know you can't see it, but I'm grinning ear to ear right now. I'm just loving this. And again, we catch up big time to the car ahead, just really wanting to get by him at all costs. I kind of take the long way around that corner just to give myself a bit of space coming into the last corner, because of a feeling I might catch up to this dude. And again, we kind of catch up big time, so I'm really glad I left that bit of space there, because if I was right behind this guy, I probably would have tapped him again. So coming into turn 1, I really would like to get a move done here. We have some draft. People are running different setups. This is open setup, by the way, so some people have high downforce, some people have low downforce. We have a look up at the inside, trying to get the power down, not to spin out on the inside of that corner. Super easy to do it. And we're up into P15, guys. Oh, this race was just a load of fun. A lot of wiggly squiggly business going on here. Again, going into turn 4 and 5A, it's just a bit tricky, a bit sketchy. This corner here, the rear just wants to slip out big time, but we're okay. A little one-handed wiggle for the boys, and we're away. Everyone was exhibiting quite some nice pace. I seen these two guys literally going nose to tail up here into this corner. Really nice. I did figure out there's a huge loss of downforce if you hug people into this corner, so you kind of got to manage how you enter the corner if you have cars ahead of you. But yeah, this corner here, a little bit oversteery on the exit. You just got to manage it, get easy on the throttle, just find the grip and just lay it down. This last section here now is a really, really fun place, coming down the back straight up into the roller coaster section, which is super fun. Heavy braking down into 2nd gear and just get as close as you can to the corner. Some people might take 3rd, but for myself, I'm a big fan of 2nd gear here. Slowly down into 2nd gear. I know you guys can't see the gears, so I'll take you for a lap through. All right, let's start at the last corner, huh? Right, this corner here is 4th gear. Bit of a lift, dab of the brakes, back and forth, bang, and just pin it. Into 5th. Now I'm kind of following this guy. I would like a little move here, I'm not going to lie. Look at you boys, all locked in and shit, you know? Kind of making them think I don't want to go for the move. And we just go in. I know I was super strong on the brakes the whole time. Down into 2nd gear. 1st is way too sketchy. Put the power down in 2nd. Make sure you don't spin out. Definitely don't touch the grass on the left. Go all the way to the right over here, as right as you can go, to set up this left-hander. That first corner back there is a fake apex. Don't believe it. Again, down into 2nd gear here, but 3rd gear can carry quite a lot of speed too. Again, just easy on the throttle. You don't want to smoke your tires through this section, because if they overheat, you'll pay for it in this section. You can definitely take a lot of curb back there too. Now, in through this section is quite fun. Turn 7, 8, and 9 is really just like a swivelly S's kind of section. You can go side by side here. You just got to trust your dance partner. Up here is flat out in 6th gear, but not right now, because you can lose quite a lot of downforce. But as long as you account for that, you'll be okay. We lose a guy here just on the outside of the corner as we look back, and the rejoin is just spectacular. Absolutely 10 out of 10. You know when divers do the thing and people hold up the scorecard saying 10? That was a 10 for destruction. Here we have this guy flying by us. This is the moment I realize, okay, some people have opted for some pretty nifty low downforce setups. So I'm going to catch them in the corners, but they're going to be getting away from me on the straights. So I just got to stick with these guys. That way I can benefit from my low downforce in the corner, my high downforce in the corners, and then I can just stick with them and benefit from their kind of lower drag and get their slipstream. Again, just planting it down in fourth gear, trying not to get too much out near that curb. It's sort of like target fixation. If you look at the grass, you're going to go on the grass. We're in a pack of cars here, P12, 13, 14 and 15 being myself. Looking for any opportunity I can to get by. I noticed the cars are getting a bit of jarred here, so there may be a little window up the inside for me. Just keeping it pressed there as much as I can. A little bit of oversteer and we're back. We're still back here. Not much we can do. Here's what I'm talking about. You don't touch that first curb. You get as close as you can to this next curb. Down into second gear here. Turning in nice and easy. Just laying that power down. We're trying to just rest easy. Some of the guys have fallen off the track, so we'll leave some space for them and take that position. Although we did do it off the track, it is because of Mr. Mann's very, very uncourteous rejoin. We're going side by side up here now, as if this couldn't get any wilder. We leave the space. We are dancing around the track. This is absolutely wild. I'm going for it. I see he backs out kind of late, but he did show the nose, which was enough to destabilize me. Samuel Rat's behind us. Pop it into second gear. Nice and smooth out of this corner. And on we go. Like, this was... Guys, this race was just 10 out of 10. I was having so much fun in this race. Yeah, I don't know if it was just this particular race or if it's all the F3. But, yeah. I move over to the inside trying to defend, but obviously the inside is actually on the right-hand side. There wasn't much I could do to respond to this move. Best thing I can do is just get as close as I can and get ready to overtake him down into turn one if my setup is kind of as low downforce as his. Getting on the power again. We kind of have a bit of hesitation on the throttle, but we're all over him. He takes the right-hand side here. Nope, he leaves it open. We're on the right, meaning we have a shorter distance to travel. We may catch a little bit of draft off this dude. No, not quite. But we're going for it. We are going for it. He has a bit of acceleration, as you can see in the left monitor, but we're just going to stick it down the inside. Quickly follow our line, hook into the draft of the car ahead as P10, Ricky Pittman, comes off the track. I have a little look up the inside, but no, he's straight back on it. No shot confidence there for Mr. Ricky. Open to P12. Now, guys, I know this might be semi-tense for you watching, but good Lord, if you could just look at my steering wheel and just see the forces that are coming through it and the way I'm having to thread the needle of this car through most and every corner. Like, yeah, it was tense. If you're enjoying the video, by the way, guys, you know what to do. Go drop a like down below and a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, as I'd love to have you around as we get a great run on these guys coming out of turn 10 southbound. Ooh, in by the oak tree. There used to be a big tree here. I don't think it's here anymore, but it was called Big Tree or Oak Tree. Now, coming down the main straight, we do have Mr. Samuel behind us, who's proven to have a faster car. We are 0.3 from the cars ahead, so it's not like we're completely defenseless. But I think you'll see Samuel is still gaining on us regardless of our draft. These guys bang wheels up ahead going into the roller coaster curves. We're just going to send it in. We know we're strong on the brakes here. We kind of go on the inside just to cover it off a little bit from the car behind. Down into second gear and just get out of there. Just GTFO out of that corner. Into the last corner. The hog pen. Flat out in fourth gear. Bang. Oh, Lord. I'm actually laughing right now. I'm just looking at myself at the camera there. I'm just like, Lord, what is this race that I've just popped into? Heavy on the brakes, down into second gear, just hooking it in. Don't want to oversteer too much. It's easy to have little slips coming out of that corner if you're kind of getting on the power while you're still turning. Another corner you want to set up. I'm not using all the track here, so I'm leaving time on the table, but I'm a bit... My mental bandwidth has reached its capabilities, let's say. Yeah, a bit of oversteer there. I'm really concerned about the rear tires now coming through this section, so I just take a little bit more curb there. I didn't want to ask the car to turn any more than it really had to, because, yeah, once you get a slide on those rears, you know, it kind of compounds the tire temps in iRacing, so you want to be careful about that. In P11 at the moment, which is just shocking. I really don't understand how this has happened, but it has. We hugely underestimate the effect of the dirty air. Buddy here, Samuel, all the way down the outside. We're just going to ride it the entire way. We're going to leave him a bit of space. Not too much, though. We both have a little wiggle. And he's all over us. But as we know with his setup, Buddy's just going to fly on by us. I probably chose a bit too conservative of a setup, which I don't mind. It gave me confidence in the corners. That's kind of cool. But yeah, 6 laps in and we are already... We are working for it. We are really, really working for it. And like, this isn't even a half of it. This race just keeps going. It just keeps giving. It's just tiny dab of the brakes back into 4th gear, and we just pound onto the power here. Use all the track on the exit. If you're not using all the track, you're not going fast enough. If you're tracking out unnaturally too, you're not going fast enough. But yeah, quick breather and then back into it again. I was thinking this is a lot like the Nürburgring. This has Nürburgring vibes at the moment with the chaos of it all. Kind of go for a weird alternate line that I was like, that didn't work. Let's not do that again. Try and set myself up a lot better on this corner. Pop it into 3rd gear, over the curb, flat out. A lot of people were taking a bit of dirt on the exit there. I wasn't going near it, probably wasn't going fast enough. Again, going through this little complex here, through Snake. It is a wild set of corners this is. You kind of got to take that curb back there. But we're in the draft and we're definitely in the mix. And there's a few guys up the road as well. They're not getting away, you know, which is amazing. These F3 cars are a whole nother ball game. Completely another ball game. We really shape this corner up well. Hook it in. Kind of go for a little look down the inside. Force him to take the defensive line. But it's just not enough to force a mistake, you know. Like we're at the prey of our own setup here. So we're in the draft, so we're not losing out too much, but it's not like we're going to be flying up on anyone soon. I would love to try this track with a real filthy low downforce setup. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick drink. Hope you're enjoying the video, guys. I have to say I was enjoying this race, and it's actually fun to be able to share this with you. Thank God for technology, huh? This corner is a fun old corner. This corner takes a while to get used to. You really got to take loads of curb on entry. That's where the real speed is. If you're in any car here, taking curb on that first left curb, the curb that's on the left-hand side of the track, opens you up so much for that last corner. And this last corner leads onto this huge straight. Coming into turn 1 again. I'm just an absolute opportunist here, looking for anything. I see Buddy here's gone a little bit wide and a little bit of oversteer. We're all catching up, Mr. Tim Rupp. And we're just hooking it around here, just trying to stick with the boys. Like, I'm really, really working this car. Here I see an opportunity forming a little bit. We're going to have a look up the inside. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to be sensible here. I remember I was thinking that to myself. Sensibility. That's what we want here. So I just want to stay behind this guy. I want the pack to reform again. I'm getting a little frustrated that he's kind of letting that guy go. In the moment, guys, I was a little bit tense. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to stay relaxed, but I'm having a lot of fun. It's not tension like I'm nervous or anything. It's just tension like, whoa, this is great, you know? But yeah, into this last corner, we're just wanting to catch up on this guy just a little bit. But Lord, it's tough. It's tough, 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 tough. We're doing 140s. The guys ahead are going fairly quick. As you can see from my delta, I'm either gaining on a lot of people or there's a lot of action happening with overtakes and mistakes. So whenever you see like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, that means I'm gaining a lot of time on someone, and more than likely they've had a mistake. This is in the top left corner, by the way. Either they did a mistake or they got overtaken. Just trying to hang on for dear life here. We're on lap 8 at the moment. Super fun this race was. I really... Oh yeah, the F3s at VIR, guys, if you can do a bit of practice and get out here, there's still time. Experience it for yourself. Like, make sure you do the practice, because there's some corners where you just got to get the muscle memory down, but once it's down, you can come out here and have a ball of fun. Down into second gear, super smooth, off the brakes, slowly back into the throttle. We don't want to spin out, hugging the competition like your grandmother. Breaking down into third gear again, coming through this section, super tense. This section here requires a lot of finesse. Here I see an opportunity forming, defo going up the inside here. I did not need a second imitation there at all. Compromise going through Snake, but hey, we're here now, and I'm just thinking, me and Samuel is like, hey, we just did a thing together. That's like a relationship thing. We're like bros now, you know? So it's kind of getting a bit friendly with Samuel. You know, when you live through something like what we just did, it's like we just benefit. We both gained a position, which was kind of neat. I think we both gained a position. Yeah, we both gained a position. Again, looking to get as close as I can to this dude on exit. He has a bit of a huge moment on exit there. We go up as inside. Obviously, you can see in the left-hand side that he has the speed. But hey, everyone needs a friend, so I decided to give him a little push. Just to let him know, hey, man, we're all pals here, you know? Even if I do want your position, you know, here's a little push. A little hand on the shoulder, you know? Coming into roller coaster for the 9th time. Down at the second gear, hooking it on in. He is a very strong racer, this guy Samuel, I have to say. He's 4.3k, huge amount of iRating. Massive amount of iRating, actually. We're doing quite well iRating wise. I don't know what we're on at the moment after this race, but like in this race, we're 3.3k. We're gaining 9 iRating, which, trust me, usually I'm a bit disappointed when I work so hard like this and I'm only getting like 9 iRating, but I'll take it. They're the best 9 iRatings I've ever gotten in my life. So yeah, definitely a big fan of that for sure. Here we have a car gone off the track, Bruno Miller. And we have Riki that we're going to pass up the inside, or give a good go to at least in anyway. We're up along the inside here. No, we give it up. We're not able to take the move here, but can we get them while they're on the ropes? Here we have another car just on the inside. We're having a look up the inside and we're just kind of slip on by. Huge amount of conviction with that move there. We're up into P8. That 9 iRating has turned into 25 iRating and we are in a pack of 4. It's like the race is only getting started here, which is just so fun. It's incredibly fun and quite tense, I have to say. Just trying to maintain my safety net, let's say. We have Mr. Dominic Wagner behind us. We just want to keep an eye on him. Take a very poor line into this corner. I don't know what I was thinking. I was kind of trusting the draft a little bit too much, which opens us up to an attack from Dominic behind. Just gotta mind ourselves here. Trying to manage the tension as well. Again, this is just a video for you guys, but for me, I was really tense right now. Like, and I was actually super chill for most of the race, but then afterwards I started getting a little bit animated, a little bit excited. Let's say this guy I hadn't raced before, so he was on my inside. He just held it down to a T. You know, we're racing through that corner like it's nothing. Huge respect, huge amount of oversteer coming out of that corner. We still managed to kind of hold a little bit of speed, but nothing astronomical. Me and Mr. Wagner are going to be fighting down into turn 1. He goes for the outside line. I'm feeling super confident on the brakes in the inside line. Let's give this a go. Braking down into second gear. Slowly try and force the car through. He's still there. He is absolutely still there. You can see him in my left monitor. And he cuts me off like an absolute G and just gets the move done. Like it's nothing. Tim Rupp behind us now. We're into P9. Getting super close coming into this section here. Cars starting to get a bit slippy. Most people's cars are slipping out a little bit now because we've all been racing quite hard. The track is kind of warm, a little bit warm, 36 degrees Celsius. That's like 1,000,000 degrees in Fahrenheit. Coming through the S's again, super tense stuff. I'm really happy with the performance so far in the race. I don't feel I've put too many feet wrong. My setup could have been a bit quicker in terms of downforce. It was a bit too safe in the corners. I could have managed a more of an unstable car in the corners for some higher top speed. I believe that's why some of the guys have gotten away in the lead. They're using way better setups and a little bit of talent too. But yeah, I'm looking up ahead and all I can smell is pure opportunity here. You know, it's very interesting. There's so many people with different levels of iRating in this race and they were all in different positions. We have this guy Riki, who I believe is the guy I was complaining about. No, that wasn't the guy who had 1.9k iRating. You know, he's 1.9k and he's there giving us a proper hard time, which is just amazing to see. As I have a huge moment coming out of the last corner there. We're safe. Tim Rupp is 0.9 behind. Just got to catch up to the pack ahead. There's only a few laps left and I have this core belief that like, I can do this. I can catch these guys no problem. You know, if they just fight once, I'm going to be able to catch up to them. So I'm just trying to keep my cool, kind of get back into that groove. I think I'm out of that like overexcited phase. Huge shout out to Marcus Herrera for letting us by. Marcus Herrera for letting us by like that. That was really cool. He did not interfere with the race at all. Really well placed blue flag maneuver, I guess. What an absolute G. And that's what makes the service so good, people like him. 0.7 to Tim Rupp behind, and I do believe he has a spicy setup on the car, guys. Jeez. We're kind of sitting duck here. You know, I'm just trying to see if I can catch the pack a little bit and just keep progressing up the field like I'm doing. Again, looking at the deltas up in the top left corner, like Christmas trees. Very funny comparing it to GT3, where in GT3 sometimes you gain a tenth, sometimes you lose a tenth, sometimes you gain 2 tenths. Where in Formula, things can just happen so fast. You know, huge changes. We have a bit of fighting going on up here, so I'm taking a bit of a rest at the moment. I'm just I'm checked out. I am emotionally, I don't know, I'm just mentally kind of drained. I was driving at a pretty decent standard for myself, but I was getting a little bit fatigued, let's say. It was pretty warm in Ireland as well, all of 13 degrees in the evening, which for us Irish folk is quite a lot. Now, I got stung here a few times, so I definitely didn't want to get stung again. 1 second to the cars ahead. Coming into lap 13 now. Just when you thought the race was over. It only gets started. It only gets started. I can't remember exactly when, but it'll get started now in a minute. Just trying to keep an eye on the guys behind. I see them fighting and stuff like that, going for it, so I'm not too worried. We see Christian here. He's kind of made a bit of a mistake, and we just pass him completely. We just zoom up past him, want to keep him behind us, but we still have our eyes on the cars ahead. 100% we have our eyes on the cars ahead. Bit of a tongue twister, that. Taking a huge amount of curb on that corner now. I'm just so timid of the tires on the rear that they're just going to slip out. You know, as you get towards the end of the race, like that section there, turns 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they all feel a bit sketchy. Up through 7, 8, 9 now. Into the fast left-hander of 10, and down by turn 12. This is where we're going to have to see about this guy, keeping him behind us. I'm kind of less focused on the guys up ahead, using every bit of track there on the exit. He's 0.4 away. I'm looking down at his last lap, 140.7. Bro's quick, as they say. 0.3, 0.2, right. I come over the hill, I see the distance I need to cover. I realize this is it. It's happening right now. We're going to fight this, though. We've been strong on the brakes all race, but we just don't have enough power to do it. He goes and locks up. We take the outside line here. We're going to ride it the whole way, but he just closes off the door, barely missing our fingers. And let's just keep it as close as we can and benefit from that draft. We hook it in right, which gets us a little cheeky half a tenth. And we just hang as much as we can here. Flick out to the left, rely on a tiny bit of side draft, but up until that point where it starts kind of conversely giving you draft, we're on the outside here. Let's see what we can do, guys. He goes deep. I'm going for that switchback. We're going to try and get it as tight as we can. The car tracks out. He turns in right. And then bang. Yes, unfortunately, guys, I had an incident. But it's not over yet. I feel absolutely terrible because we were all racing with so much respect. I said sorry to him after the race. He said thanks to me, but like the sad thanks. It was a racing incident. Even I make mistakes because I'm an absolute idiot sometimes. The car, I just, you know, I could have been closer to the right. I checked his replay. He kind of, let's put it this way, his steering wheel was straight when that happened, when he was turning right into me. So he was having a fair bit of oversteer, plus trying to block off the switchback. So, you know, biased Jack being biased Jack, I'll say it's, I'll take most of the fault for it. But let's say if it was to go to a steward's inquiry, I have a sneaky feeling that it would be found he had quite a lot of oversteer, or he was overly aggressively closing the door on me. Either way, I came out pretty unscathed. I think he left the race, so, you know, I'll take a lot of damage for that. I'll take the hit. My car's feeling pretty weird now. I'm kind of I was pretty devastated with myself. Like, I'm just kind of recovering from this. I felt terrible. Like, I felt a real brotherhood with all these guys. But I had to snap out of that. We have Yaroslav Mikalik behind us at 0.5, and we have one more lap when we cross the line. I don't think I can keep this guy behind. Look at the way my car's braking. I'm losing so much time in the corners now. Am I going to be able to hold this guy back? Which, like the car's just, I don't have confidence in the car anymore. Coming out of this corner, look how long it takes me to get onto the throttle. It's just not as snappy as I'd like it to be. The car feels off. So it's one of those moments where you can't tell, is it damage or is it something else? Comes up our outside into turn 1. We're going to try our best to stick this in. Let's go in deep. Let's go in deep and let's hang it in as tight as we can. We're obviously learning from our mistake of last time. But, you know, we took the same-ish line. Obviously, his car was in a different spot than Christian's when we had the incident. But Trying to just put the car in a serious series of corners or placements so he can't pass us. Now, I'm no fool. We have 2 straights, basically 3 before the main checkered flag here. So he's going to have plenty of opportunities to draft me and overtake me. He's at 0.3 now and he's flat. I don't think he's chilling, let's say. Going up through 7, 8, 9, the S's for the last time. Yaroslavy's 0.1 behind us. I'm wondering, is he going to go for it? Nope, it's too late. Hopefully the bit of dirty air gets him. It kind of off-settles him just a little bit. He cuts in early right, though, to kind of get that clean air on my left. And then we take a bit of curb, and I'm a sitting duck here. I'm an absolute sitting duck. So what I do is I lift. I let him go by early. I don't want to give him any extra overtake, any extra overlap that I can. Straight back in the draft. I'm sure... I'm not going down with a whimper. I'm going down in a bang here. We're going for the move. He kind of blocks off the right. Very smart guy. He knows what's going on. We've been strong here all race, and we just jump down the corner. He gives up kind of straight away. Very wise move, but I was prepared to fight it with him. But yeah, going on the inside of that corner, if you don't have the confidence, can be a bit tricky. But yeah, guys, P10 for a total of 9 iRating gain. I don't know why I took that off track. I just kind of checked out mentally. I was wondering if he was going to catch us because this is quite a long straight, and look how close he got. Guys, what a fun race that was. Honestly, that was an awful lot of fun.